Check. All right, here we go. Honey, I Raised the Kids, episode 42 and 3, 2, and 1.
Go ahead and leave a comment about how you deal with your children leaving home while I recover.
Honey, I Raised the Kids.
Our kids leaving the nest is never easy. So in order to cope, Jason and Rachel have decided to share the journey of their kids, Caleb and Ariel, or Bees as most know her. Follow the story in this podcast.
Honey, I Raised the Kids.
All right, there it is, episode 42 of Honey, I Raised the Kids, the podcast about us becoming empty nesters. Thanks for being here. My name's Jason Bailey. Right there, that is my wife, Rachel Guy.
Hey, y'all.
Together, we are RAYJAY.
May I love it when we're RAYJAY.
We are RAYJAY. Coming back from a evening out on the town, downtown Sanford, doing it up adult style with another adult couple, actually.
Yeah, you took me out for drinks.
Drinks and some good Irish pub food.
Oh, so good.
Scottish eggs and corned beef and fish and chips and live music. I mean, we partied.
We did. And we were still home in time for bedtime.
Yeah, I know. We told our friends, we were like, we've got to go home because we've got to go do a podcast.
We did. And they were like, oh, that's fun.
And I do it because I want to make sure that I can get the video, the videographer, in enough time to get it out for everybody for the release of it on Monday. So it's not like, hey, buddy, here's the episode 12 hours before I need it.
Yeah, but it's very nice of you also because that means that we don't have to get up at the crack of ass tomorrow because we have patients tomorrow also.
Right. We got to go to work at a live ozone therapy spot.
We got a busy day.
We got a busy day. We're working people. We're partying people. We're drinking people, and that's just how we roll. It was an interesting evening. You know, I mean, we get out of the house and we go and have dinner and with some friends. It's an old fraternity brother of mine, kind of reconnected now back in Orlando, so on and so forth. And it's when you're not just an empty nester, but when you're a parent, of course, you're going to get phone calls from your kids. But as you get older and you become an empty nester like we are, those phone calls are
different,
amazingly different.
Yeah.
And what they're calling for. So
Jason Bailey has a fun game he likes to play.
Now, not only do I like to play it with you, but I like to play it in the business as well. So like I'll predict things about my career. Yeah. I'll write them in an envelope. You know, if I've got a meeting that's scheduled with management during those days, I would write down what exactly they were going to say and what was going to be the outcome. It's really a fun game amongst me.
It's a fun game for you.
It's a fun game for me.
Yeah.
Just because I like to be right guy.
Yeah. Were you right?
Well, wait, don't spoil it because this is a good story.
It is a good story.
So throughout the evening, we're drinking, we're having a good time, great conversation, great company, great drinks, all that good stuff. And
we're with parents who are also empty nesters.
So they were getting the phone calls from their kids as well.
Yep.
Unfortunately, and oddly enough, that phone call to their parents, both mom and dad, were about me.
It was about you.
Because their daughter works
for us.
Yeah. And she had a rough day today.
It was a tough day, but she handled herself well.
She did. You know, I don't know what happened afterwards, but
she did a good job.
Very, very upset. And I mean, I didn't go ballistic. I was just very stern. Let's just say that. I was very stern. I mean, I didn't yell and scream and use profanity or anything like that.
No, you were stern. That's a very good descriptive word.
So that's what their phone call was about.
And they both each got it. He took the phone call, stepped outside, had the phone call, came back in, said nothing. She took her phone call, stepped away, came back, said, "Did you get the call from her? Did you take it?" He said, "Yes." And that was it.
I thought I was in trouble.
No, that was it. And she made a comment later after we were talking about kids stuff and kind of gave me a little mom rundown of how her daughter works and that kind of thing. And she made a comment and I said, She'll be okay.
Yeah.
She handled herself well.
Yeah.
And that was it.
So
It was nice.
not we, me.
You.
I get a phone call from,
Oh, you did. I know. How do you feel about that?
well, I got a question about that. I'll ask you here in a minute. But
Okay.
so I get a phone call from our son, Caleb,
Yep.
which is very rare,
Y'all.
but I will tell you, he's not like your normal 22-year-old out of the house kid.
No.
When he calls me, he never, ever has called me asking for something. He might ask me for concert tickets, or he might ask me
Every
for
once in a while.
wrestling tickets every blue moon.
Yeah, he doesn't do it very often.
But if he ever calls me, it's usually about advice.
Yep.
Which is cool.
That's really, because he does not call me for that. He calls you for that.
Right. So our son calls me while we're out having drinks, doing adult stuff.
Yep.
And I write down on a piece of napkin or a napkin.
I did not know you were playing this game currently.
Of what I thought he was calling about, because it's very odd.
Mm-hmm.
And we go outside to take the phone call because he said he wanted to speak to both of us.
At the same time.
And we put it on speakerphone. And what's the big news?
Listen, he got a promotion.
At Journeys.
He
is so stoked.
He's going to be head manager, whatever. And what did you say? You tell him. What did he say? Tell everybody what he said. Him. Yeah, tell everybody what he said.
Well, let me take a drink of water. That's what I was like.
So he's got pay increase.
Yeah. This is the best one.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, can we do it?
Yeah.
Okay. So he's real excited because he's co-manager of this Journey store where he lives.
Yep.
And the plan is to open up a new store in Orlando where that would be his store.
Yep.
Okay.
So then he will no longer be co-manager. He will be the guy.
The Journey manager.
His store.
The manager of all managers at Journeys. Is it Journey or Journeys?
I'm not really sure.
I think it's Journeys.
I think, okay. Journeys.
He's very excited about this. This is a full-time job.
Yep.
This is a pay increase.
Yep.
These are guaranteed hours.
Mm-hmm.
And the best part about it, according to our son Caleb, is it comes with 401k, medical, and dental.
Yeah. How excited were you when he said that?
I'm like,
did it make you feel good?
It made me feel, of course it made me feel good, but it made me feel weird. Like,
why?
Just like our Christmas. I mean, we're getting them woks for Christmas and rice cookers and knives and kitchen utensils.
These are your words coming out of his face.
I understand that, but he's an adult. I don't like them as adults. I want them back to be, I think I might even want to go back through all the hell that I went through with Caleb as a teenager.
What?
To be completely honest with you.
Okay.
I just miss those days.
Yeah.
I miss those days.
You don't enjoy your words coming out of his face.
I do, but here's the problem. And unfortunately, I didn't think about this years ago, right?
Okay.
When kids are kids,
yeah,
you always have something to look forward to.
Yeah.
Like a mess or a learning experience or something goofy coming out of their mouths, or it's always a new adventure, but it's all part of that kid realm.
Mm-hmm.
When you're an adult and you reach this stage, okay, now this is the first time that Caleb in his life has gotten 401k and dental and medical and stuff.
And he's going to be 24. That's so good.
Oh, 24. Okay. So that's great. But what's next? You see what I'm saying? It's like when they're a kid, you don't know what's next, but it's going to be in the realm of a kid. At this age, how do you top 401k and medical and dental? Like, it's not fun, right? I mean, it's all like real life stuff.
Well, yeah, but then the next step that he goes into is marriage and kids. So then we get grandkids.
Right.
You want to talk about your guess that was incorrect?
Okay. So our son calls us while we're out at dinner with friends. We're adulting, having some drinks. And I'm like, this can't be good. So I write down on a napkin what I think it's going to be. We walk outside, get on speakerphone, realize that it's about him getting this promotion at Journeys. He's getting 401k, dental, medical. And then
It's like being a real adult.
Afterwards, we walk in and I hand Rach the napkin. I said, this is what I thought it was going to be. And what was on the napkin?
Pregnancy. Dick.
I just thought it was.
No.
That's why I didn't think that important. I thought I was going to be pregnant.
You missed the part of the conversation because I took the phone from you and stepped outside first. Then you come outside. But in the interim of you coming outside, I'm on the phone. He said, do you have any guesses as to what I'm going to tell you guys in just a minute? I'm like, no, Caleb, I literally have no idea. I never know where it's going to go with you. You know, like autistic mom in me is like, oh my God, what could it be? And he said, don't worry. I wouldn't do that to you. It's not pregnancy. And I'm like, I love you, Caleb.
I was like, it's fairly late at night. He needs to speak with both of us.
Yeah.
It's a good diffuser to call me first, right?
Yeah.
Or call my phone and then put both of us on speaker. It's a smart play.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, what else could he possibly need us both for? But look,
a job promotion.
Usually,
dude, so the way to go.
I take pride in being 2 steps ahead.
So wrong.
So wrong.
You know what?
Not on my bingo card.
That's okay.
Yeah.
I played bingo this week.
I know you did. Meet bingo.
I did.
Meet bingo. Insane for Florida.
It was real fun.
So that's exciting. Think about it. And of course, all these different experiences as an empty nester that you see with your kids, you kind of forget when you went through those exact experiences. When you like I always preach, and I preach to this to both of our kids, but you want a career, you don't want a job. And
oh my God.
And Caleb is so smart, and he had so many opportunities that he passed on. And and then he gets into the workforce and he's jumping from job to job to job to job. And I'm like, dude, 22, you're 23, you're 24. I mean, it's like I've seen this movie before. It's such a Maryland thing to do. And I'm like, I just, there's nothing I can do now. I just hate this. I wish you would have gone to college. I wish you would have, got into doing video games or computer work or something, because you're just so smart. That's me in my head, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that's right for everyone. I'm just saying
it was not his path.
It was not his path.
With his struggles with the autistic side of things, it was just not a good fit.
And I'm sure those that are listening can appreciate what I'm saying and not take offense to it. I'm not downing anyone's career or job. Okay. Mm-hmm. I'm not downing that. It's just what I wanted for my son.
Sure.
And because I've seen so many people barely get through life with a job, mm-hmm. and you go job to job to job to job versus a career. And many of you right now are going, look at you, Bailey. You had a career. Look at where you're at now. Yeah, I know. I had a good run, right? And I still have a good run.
You have a good self-made career. It's different.
It allowed me to be self-employed, right? Yeah. So anyway, it's not about me. But so when he told us that, I started to kind of have flashbacks to when I was in my 20s, what made me so excited that I'd want to call someone and share the news, right?
I'm happy that it was us.
I understand that. I'm talking about when you or I were in our 20s. Yeah. Okay. You and I were in our 20s.
Yeah.
What happened? Like what would have happened in our lives that would have made us so excited? I mean,
I'd struggle bus through my 20s. I don't know. I don't have that.
Right. Because you had your kids before your 20s.
Yeah. I was a widow at 22.
Yeah. So yeah, you had a rough 20s.
Yeah.
My first job, I remember like it was today. It was very exciting.
Yeah.
Now, I didn't call my mom when I got it because she's the reason I got it after a horrible, angry argument that we had gotten into.
Okay.
Because I needed tires for my 4-wheeler.
Oh, shoot.
And she had just got a divorce from the multimillionaire second husband, the
So you get no tires, kid.
and I'm sitting here, this punk ass kid in 7th grade going, I don't know why you can't get me tires. Not even
Thinking.
an ounce of compassion to what the situation is. But granted, I was a kid and she never explained it to me.
Yeah.
So I'm like, get me tires, bitch, you know?
Okay.
And she, you know,
she was like, nope, go get your own damn tires.
Well, we get in this argument and we're screaming at each other and back and forth and back and forth. And finally she goes, why don't you go get a job and get your own damn tires?
That'll learn you.
I'm like 11, 12 years old.
Yeah.
Okay. And that didn't stop me. And that's always been who I am. I am still that guy today.
Yeah. I'm
going to prove you wrong. I went and I got the yellow pages.
Mm-hmm.
I went to.
What do you do with the yellow pages?
I went to the grocery store department.
What?
I looked for grocery stores in the area.
Oh, okay.
You do know what the yellow pages are.
I know
right?
what they are,
Okay.
but I never used them.
Okay. Well, the white pages were people's names. The yellow pages were businesses' names.
Ooh, I do remember that.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
I
I didn't realize how much of a kid you really are.
You're 10 years older than I am. I never had to use that shit.
Okay. And I went
Welcome to technology.
And I went to grocery stores because my mother, when I was a kid, worked at a grocery store. Like all my family worked at grocery stores.
Giant.
I just figured that's your first job is a grocery store.
Okay, fair enough.
Found the first one, not even close to our house, by the way.
You were trying to walk it?
No, not. I mean, it was a drive.
Oh.
And I called up and I said, "Can I speak with the manager, please?" And they patched me through. And I said, "Yeah, hi, my name, is Jason Bailey, and I'm looking for a job. Bag boy job. Do you have any available?" He says, "Yes, we do, actually. Can you come in today for an interview?" I said, "I can be there in 30 minutes. And
was that a misjudgment of time?
No,
okay.
So I hang up the phone and I go to my mom, who's still fuming in the kitchen.
Yeah.
And I say to her,
"Bitch, take me to the grocery store."
So I said, I go, "All right, I need a ride to the grocery store. I have a job interview." And she goes, "What?" I said, "Yeah, I have a job interview and I need a ride. You told me to get a job. I'm getting a job."
You know what? I know you said it just like that with that little, I know you did.
Yeah.
That was so you.
Absolutely.
I know.
And I'm like, she has to take me because the bitch just told me to get a job.
She don't have to do shit.
So she takes me to the
sucker.
She takes me to the grocery store, and I go in for my interview, and I wore nice pants and a shirt and a tie and stuff.
Oh my God, you're so cute.
And I sat down. He hired me right on the spot, and I start the next day. And I every paycheck I cashed, and I took the cash and I put it in this fake porcelain book. It was like a piggy bank, but I used it for cash.
Okay.
And I saved up enough money for the tires. The tires that the 4 tires for my 4-wheeler were like $300 and some, and I was buying them from an ad in the back of an ATV magazine.
Wow.
So
this is like way before me.
So I got the tires arrive at the house. I know nothing about changing tires on anything. I'm thinking it's like a bike where I just pull it off and put it on. So I can't figure it out.
Yeah.
So I'm going, okay, well, maybe I just take a knife and I cut it around the metal, the rims. And so that's what I start doing. My neighbor down the road, who was older than I was, and he was like a professional BMX, motocross guy.
He's like, "Stop breaking shit.
He's
Don't
like,
touch it."
That's when I learned about, the beads and and all that kind of stuff in the tires. So he ends up putting the new tires on for me.
Oh, that was nice of him.
All right. He puts the new tires on for me. And then we move. Oh no, she had not met my new stepdad yet, because this was in Naples, Florida.
Mm-hmm.
So they decide that they're going to move to Sarasota, out of overnight. We're moving to Sarasota, and I cannot take my 4-wheeler with me.
Why?
Because we're moving into this fancy pants community.
Oh,
and I can't. They wouldn't let me ride it in there.
You can keep it in the garage.
No, so I give it to my best friend.
Oh, that was nice of you too.
and he loses it in like a week.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So hold on, backtrack a little bit because I have a couple questions. Your mother took you to this job interview.
Yeah.
And it was a drive to get there.
Yeah.
And then she was then responsible to get you to and from work.
Yeah.
From there on.
Yeah.
No, that was dumb decisions. Okay, Joan, we have rules for all of the kids that if I am responsible for driving you back and forth to work for one, your schedule is on my schedule. And for two, you have a certain radius that you are allowed to work in because the hell.
I think
ain't no way.
Subconsciously, I picked that place because I knew it was a drive.
Oh my God, you would.
I don't think I did it on purpose.
You did with this look right here, telling her
head.
like that.
Yeah,
you did that on purpose.
So that would have been a moment in my life that I was very excited about, that I would have shared, right? Just like Caleb was he was over the moon excited about this.
It was so cute.
It's just like a proud moment for a parent to hear the excitement in his voice. Because again, in my head, I'm like, please get into a career.
And then what did he say?
What do you mean?
I now have a career,
he
not
did.
a job.
He did. He threw that in my face. He
did say that to you. And I was like, oh, all of your words are coming to your face right now.
I'm wrong in so many ways. I mean, I'm not wrong. It's my mentality is my mentality.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean even being a father doesn't mean that's how Caleb has to do it.
No, he'll take what he what he appreciates and what he's learned and turn it from there to make it better. That's what you're supposed to do.
Whatever makes him happy.
Yeah.
Because that's the most important thing is that and money, of course. But if you can combine both of them together,
then it's a happy world.
And it's a happy world.
Yeah.
And he has got such a small nut right now that
I want a small nut.
That he's able to kind of satisfy that. And he's like, pay increase and more hours. It's not like he doesn't want to work. He wants to work.
Yeah.
So he's like, more hours. And then I'm going to get a commission and a cut and a this and a that and insurance and this and this and that. And he was talking about how the big dogs were in town. And they said that, we've got to let some people go, but we knew that if we let you go, that you would be distraught. And what that told us is that you actually love your job.
He said that there would be an noticeable absence without him there.
Right. That's huge.
That's so huge.
I don't think I've ever had a boss say that about me.
We noticed you're not here, Jason Bailey.
Right. The good feeling would be, well, people can breathe now. So happy we made that decision.
No.
We're not getting ratings anymore, but we're very happy we made that decision.
But you know what? It's fine if our ratings tank, and it's fine.
We can go back to our pronouns, and we're very excited about that.
That's good. Yeah, I forgot about that.
So that's like, the jobs that we had as kids. You worked at the crab place up in Maryland?
I did. Yeah, I worked at Hooper's Crab House.
Right. And then when you moved to Florida, you got a little floozy.
Oh my God, why would you call me floozy?
Because you worked at a wing house.
I was a wing house girl. You know what? I made bank.
Of course you made bank.
Mind your business over there, sir.
Because you had you have big boobs.
And you know what? I was 20, so I was real skinny.
Yeah, and skinny. Walking around, shaking your boobs, having the guys hit on you.
I did none of those things.
Yeah.
No. You know what? Do you know what? When you are working at like a wing house or a Hooters or something like that, if you're behind the bar and you're the biggest bitch on the face of the planet, they just throw money at you. It's the craziest thing ever. Like, they just want you to be an asshole. I didn't have to flirt with anybody. I didn't have to be nice to anybody. No, seriously.
Nobody's believing you.
No, seriously. I swear to God, you did not have to be nice. You could be an asshole and be like, fuck you, I'm not giving you a beer. And they're like, here, have $100.
They're probably like, watch me down all this meat off this chicken wing with one suck.
You mean meat bingo?
I mean meat bingo. I tried that being an asshole thing. I didn't get the same reaction as you did at the bar.
No, it works out because I've got titties.
You got the titties and make the city. So, and then you became a GM of a restaurant.
I did.
Another dirty restaurant, the Twin Peaks.
Tilted Kill.
Or Tilted Kill, yeah. And then, I finally got you out of that floozy world.
Yeah.
And got you a real job.
Where I wear clothes now.
Anthony's Coal Fire Pizza. And you're opening up restaurants and
yeah.
hiring people. And then you became a realtor and were very successful there in Georgia.
And now I heal people.
And now you're, owner of a live ozone therapy spa.
Yeah. And I wear more clothes.
And you wear more than God.
Yeah.
But you look at, and I tell our daughter Ariel this, ever since she was 9, she's wanted to get into cosmetology.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to convince her to go to college. She wasn't going to go to college at one point in her life.
Mm-hmm.
She was just going to go into the workforce. And I said,
she was going to go to cosmetology school.
Right.
But not college.
I said, go to college, experience college, have fun, join a sorority, have a good time, meet some lifelong friends, network there, get your business degree. Mm-hmm. So when you open up your own business, you have sense of business.
And you know what? Your words sunk way far in experiencing California.
Right, exactly.
You know what? She needed to experience California to be like, you know what? My dad's right. Let's go. Yeah. Roll Tide.
Yeah. Get back to the South where things are normal. And so, with her, it'll be interesting to see her first job, real job out of college and what direction she goes to. But, I had, when I was younger, I had a bunch of, odd jobs. I worked at the grocery store. I worked at restaurants, busboy, dishwasher. I was never a waiter. I was never a cashier, never worked in the deli.
You missed out.
I was a deck guy at Spanish Point, which was probably my favorite job of all time as a kid.
You too could have worn no clothes and made good money.
I did. Jean shorts and a tank top and flip-flops.
Being the deck dude.
Right there. Yeah, at sunset every day. It was awesome.
Yeah.
And then, I moved hospitals and Hallmark stores for a summer and did that kind of work. And because I was a big, strong boy. And then I got into my career. I was a camp counselor, and then
you got into your career early.
I was a camp counselor, and I think I got fired because I kept hitting this fat kid with a dodgeball.
Okay.
They frown upon that.
Yep, they sure do.
But yeah, I got into my career early at 21.
Do you remember when Caleb was little and you hit him with a football?
I did. That was like one of the first times we were all together.
So it was like a normal thing for you. You get fired for hitting kids with dodgeballs, and then you just, you know what? I'll take this one home, be his dad, and hit him with a football.
It's the theory. The theory is like if the bird can't fly, throw it up enough times, it'll eventually fly.
Okay.
If you throw a football at somebody enough times, they'll learn how to catch it. It's like a third baseman. If you're afraid of the grounder, you just nail them with the ball as many times as possible until they get used to getting hit with the ball.
Okay.
Same concept.
Yeah.
But then I get into my career at 21. I get into radio in 1995. Fell in love with it. Got bit by the bug, not knowing what the business would become, and ever since have enjoyed being behind a microphone. Addicted, matter of fact.
You're really good at it.
Thank you. Being behind a microphone. So you look at our paths that we all take, right, and what they become, knowing that. I guess. I'm going to be 50 in June. I mean, the spa is definitely, we're in that for the long haul, God willing.
Yep.
Like how long will I podcast? How long, will I ever go back to radio? You most likely will not go back to real estate with the success of the Alive Ozone Therapy Spa.
I'm in it to win it, and I am healing folks.
But when you're that age, and I've told her what I was saying before, I've told really more Ariel than Caleb this because she's in college.
Yeah. I
was like, your job path, your trajectory could change at any moment. I had no idea I wanted to get into radio. I made a career out of this for 30, plus years ongoing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to get into marketing and advertising. And I didn't even know if I wanted to do that. I had no idea what I wanted to do. College did not teach me what to become. I had no idea.
Lucky you that we do own a Live Ozone Therapy Spa. So you also are an excellent marketer And
Right,
you didn't know that was going to come back around full circle.
Yeah.
Because you do that on a daily basis and you're really good at that also.
Yeah. And at UCF at the time, they didn't have an ad PR degree. So I ended up getting a degree in journalism, Bachelor of Arts in journalism. And I don't even write. And I don't even read.
Those good, what is it, missed connection stories come from?
Right, yeah.
Your journalism degree.
My journalism degree.
Yeah.
You know, the point of me saying all those things is like, you just don't know what's going to happen. But the little wins, like what happened with Caleb, will help define what he's going to eventually become. And even though you look at 23, 24 as not really that young, he does have a few more years to kind of figure it out and where he's going to go.
Sure.
But if he hasn't figured it out by 28, going into 30,
probably should be a little conversation.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
You know, you have to start laying down roots because Journeys isn't going to be there. My cousin, let me tell you a story about my cousin Danny.
Oh, I remember Danny.
Okay, my cousin Danny was awesome. Awesome. Still, he's an awesome guy. I just don't talk to him anymore, but we lost touch. Great guy. He was always very funny, very jovial, always upbeat, never mean, but he picked on me a lot. He's like, baby J, fat baby J, fat baby J, fat baby. But it was like a lovingly funny, irritable thing.
Okay.
And he, you know, that I was the first in my family to go to college and finish college and all that stuff. My Maryland family side, the Gerland side of things, from my grandmother, my mom's side, they were all job people. They were all, I work here, I work at the bank, I work at,
they're all still in Maryland,
restaurant and stuff like that.
Still the same place.
And Danny, you know, at a very young age, got into retail, and he was selling men's clothing at Hex. It's a department store. It was a department store up north.
I remember Hex.
And he's been doing this for 40 plus years. Still. I mean, last time we were up in Maryland, he's working at Macy's.
Yeah, we went to go see him while he was there.
He's selling furniture.
Yep.
Selling furniture. He's been doing that type of work for 40 years and been content with it. Me personally, no fucking way.
Yeah, you don't sit still long enough for that.
No fucking way. It's just
You're not complacent, and you always have a bigger mindset. So it's always bigger, always better. You can always do better.
But understand, I'm not bashing it.
No.
Matter of fact, I'm envious of it.
Yeah.
Why? Because of my non-complacency.
Yeah.
I need more, and 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 I need more.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, a lot of businesses, especially the radio business, they don't want to give you more, and they don't want you to think more. They don't want you to think outside of the box anymore. They want you to do your job, say yes, read what they want you to read,
be a little puppet,
do what you want to do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, man, let's have an event. Let's do this. We can do this. This day's coming up. This is in the news. Let's do a billboard. Let's do this. And it's all this red tape and nobody wants to do it. And then I become a problem because
you're creative.
Well, as they said in my last job, I was the reason for my firing was I was too much work.
Yeah. You were too much work, which means they are lazy.
That's exactly what it means.
That's what that means.
That's exactly what it means. But
it means you require them to do their job.
But if I were complacent,
then they wouldn't have to do their job.
I would have stayed in Orlando.
Yeah.
I would possibly still be on the air. I would have extremely long running show.
Yep.
And I would be making the same amount of money that I would have been making 13 years ago.
Yep.
And I would have been happy with that. And it wasn't bad money by no stretch of the imagination. Wasn't money that I made in Atlanta by no stretch of the imagination. But if I were complacent, and that was one of my biggest reasons why I left Orlando, was because I was surrounded with complacency. And I always looked at that, and I still do to a degree.
You just went bigger and better.
As negative, but the people that are complacent keep their jobs. And I don't know but the thing is, I don't know if they're happy.
No. Not at all.
Because complacency to me is not a happy thing.
No.
It's like if you're not always moving and moving. Gene Simmons from Kiss said, if you're not making at least $1 a day and doing something to better your life on a daily basis, even a little win, a phone call, a meeting, a possibility, an opportunity, then you're not doing it right. I'm paraphrasing.
Right. I think he knows what he's talking about. He's been a badass forever.
Oh, master marketer. You know, Kiss is the marketing machine of all bands ever, you know, without a doubt. But anyway, it's the idea of this episode is sharing the story about our son and the big news that he had, and kind of wanting to, hopefully while you're listening, take you back to when you were Caleb's age and you had big news, you know, and here's some questions you can answer out loud or post on social media. Is who was the first person you called? What was the news? And how did you break it to them? And how long did that good news last? You know, I mean, those are all kind of fun things to think about and look back on, because that excitement is tough to get when you get older.
It is.
It's really, really, really tough.
It's hard for you to to be excited about the small things, because I mean, it's a small thing. But
Right.
when you get to that place and you're an adult, you lose that part.
Yeah.
And
Well, I even have problems celebrating success
I know.
because I know that the only place to go afterwards is down.
Or up further.
But when you hit the top, you can't
How
go
do
up
you
any
know
further.
what you make more top?
That would be the optimistic thing to say. Yes, you're
Make more
correct.
top.
Make more top. When you're number one, you become number one.
I like
That's
it.
what you do.
You
I like that. That's
you
good. That's,
Shine more number one.
you become more number one. Well, did you say you placed number one in that race?
No, I placed 1-1.
I was number one in that race. I got the ribbon. No. I was 1-1.
Yeah, don't worry. I got you beat.
I got 2 of those ribbons.
Yeah,
I got
you
1 of those ribbons.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's how it rolls.
it was me.
So if you would like to post anywhere on the BS social media and say congratulations to Caleb. He's not really big on social media. Never
He'll
checks
see it.
his Facebook. I think occasionally checks his Instagram. He might
He
be on
does.
TikTok. I don't know.
More Instagram than anything.
Yeah, but if you post
he
on
does on Facebook, he trolls a little.
yeah, so if you post on the show social media and just say congrats, Caleb, I'm sure he'd appreciate that and he would see
Yeah.
that. So, but anyway, so that's that. And then we've got the going into the new year, Live Ozone Therapy Spa. Got a couple cool promotions if you're interested.
There's some really cool promotions.
So if you're in and around the Orlando area, we have if you buy any membership, then you
During the month of January.
during the month of January, you could possibly win a 6-month Thrive membership. We have different membership packages, which include all of our therapies. So that's pretty cool. Also, if you're in and around the Orlando area or Tampa area or Florida area, or you travel for rock shows, we're giving away a pair of AC/DC tickets.
Marketing extraordinaire here.
So if you like, share, follow, tag on any of our social medias, that would be Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, you will be in the running for a pair of AC/DC tickets for one of their Tampa shows. That promotion is called, wait for it, Highway to Health.
Yes. Freaking
I'm on a
genius.
highway to health.
I love it. It's so good. It was so clever. You were like, pardon me, Bae, do you want to give away AC/DC tickets? Wait for it. Wait for it. Highway to Health.
Health.
And I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Yeah, it was a good one.
Now I got to think of something for February for Valentine's
Yeah,
Day.
you better get on it now because that was really clever.
Yeah, I know. I
You
don't
have
know
to
what I'm gonna
outdo
do.
yourself.
All right. Look, if you don't mind, please follow the BS social media at Listen to the BS on YouTube at The Bailey Show, but you can get all that information on thebaileyshow.com. We do have a promotion coming up with one of our newest sponsors, which is the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Tampa. It is called Podcasts and Poker.
Way cool.
If you would like to try to grab a seat at our one table sit and go. That'll happen Monday, January 27th. You can do so at thebaileyshow.com. You win a seat at the table. There's no buy-in. You can win $1,000 for first. There's 9 people, including me. $1,000 for first, $750 for second, $500 for third, $150 bounty on me, and you get a free room at the Seminole Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Tampa. Hopefully, we'll be doing more of these, like once a month. We only have 8 seats to fill because I'm the 9th person. So if you didn't get in, or if you don't win this go around, just be patient, and most likely we'll be doing it again soon.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah.
$150 bounty on your head. Does that mean I have to murder you?
No, that means that you just take my chips and knock me out of the tournament, and you get $150.
Well, that's no fun.
I don't need to die for $150. I do think I'm worth a little bit more than that. Maybe not much, but just a little bit.
Yeah, I can do it.
If you are interested in sponsoring the podcast, that would be all the podcasts, all the episodes, 4 on a weekly basis. And if you want in on the live stream on Tuesday nights that we do, Twitching with the BS, we can work on that. Get a hold of me, go to thebaileyshow.com and let's have a conversation. Remember, we have the radio show as well. It's a condensed version of the podcast. We've syndicated to WJRR in Orlando on Saturday mornings and Planet Radio in Jacksonville. So there's opportunities there. I just, in 2025, as a small business owner, I know that I went through things and looked at different ways that I'm going to market the Alive Ozone Therapy Spa. So I'm sure a lot of you that listen with maybe at-home Etsy businesses.coms, e-commerces, or whatever your business is, wherever you're at in the country, wherever you listen to either the Honey episodes of the BS, I can help you out one way, shape, form, or fashion. I can help you out. Just look at the list of great sponsors that I already have on thebaileyshow.com. And, you heard them at the beginning of the show as well. Lastly is that, we have a subscription base for the BS. We do the free Bay one on Wednesdays, but we do have a subscription for Tuesdays and Thursdays. If you don't mind and you like what you hear with what we do, me, Chuck, Brandon, Paramore Brown's going to start joining us. Please subscribe. It's only $4.99 a month. Helps out tremendously. Helps keep the lights on and keeps everything running.
And share it.
Share the subscription?
Well, on social media, you like the little videos and share all the things. This is what I'm subscribing to. You do it too.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm talking about the subscriptions right now. If you just subscribe, I would appreciate that. And then, like I said, share, follow, and everything else. All right. You got anything before we get out?
Caleb, we're so proud of you.
We're so proud of you, Caleb. We're so very, very, very proud of you. All right, look, enjoy the shows this week. We're going to have a lot of fun. We'll have some more winners from the Podcast and Poker and some special guests I'm trying to line up. One of them being our old neighbor in California, who's a retired firefighter who could probably shed a lot of light on what's going on in California right now. So anyway, have yourself a great, safe week, and we'll talk to you on the show. Until then, we'll talk to you. Bye.
I realize not everyone feels this way. And if you are okay with this stage of your life, honestly, more power to you.
Thanks for listening. Get more information and episodes on thebaileyshow.com.
Honey, I raised the kids.